Good morning. It is Tuesday today. Welcome to Jesus Time. Today is the day that we get to read from our Bibles, and we're going to read through one whole chapter from the book of 1 Samuel in our Bibles. I'm excited to do that with you today, so let's begin. This is my Bible. I open it wide and learn about Jesus from the words inside. Our Bible passage for the week, Luke 11, Verse 28, Blessed are those who hear the word of God and obey it. Do you remember that we tried learning some signs for that one yesterday? Let's practice those today. Blessed are those who hear the word of God and obey it. Thanks for doing that with me. So we were talking about the donkeys that wandered and how Saul left his house to help find his father's donkeys and ended up finding out he was going to be the king of Israel, the first king. So we are going to read from the book of 1 Samuel in our Bibles. We'll start with chapter 9 and we'll get one verse into chapter 10. I'm going to get a little drink of water before we start. It's a little bit of a longer reading for us. All right. Samuel anoints Saul. There was a Benjamite, a man of standing, whose name was Kish, son of Abiel, the son of Zeror, the son of Bechorath, the son of Aphiah of Benjamin. And we hear a lot of things like that in the Old Testament to help us understand the family line. So how all of these families are related and how they're connected. And then you can actually follow the family line with all of these families to when Jesus was born. So it's a neat history lesson that we have inside our Bibles too. He had a son named Saul, an impressive young man without equal among the Israelites, a head taller than any of the others. Now the donkeys belonging to Saul's father Kish were lost, and Kish said to his son Saul, "Take one of the servants with you and go look for the donkeys." So he passed through the hill country of Ephraim and through the area around Shalisha, but they did not find them. They went on into the district of Shalim, but the donkeys were not there. Then he passed through the territory of Benjamin, but they did not find them. When they reached the district of Zuph, Saul said to the servant who was with him, "Come, let's go back, or my father will stop thinking about the donkeys and start worrying about us." But the servant replied, "Look, in this town there is a man of God. He is highly respected, and everything he says comes true. Let's go there now. Perhaps he will tell us the way to take." Saul said to his servant, "If we go, what can we give the man? The food in our sacks is gone. We have no gift to take to the man of God. What do we have?" The servant answered him again. "Look," he said, "I have a quarter of a shekel of silver." That means some money. "I will give it to the man of God so that he will tell us what way to take." Now, formerly in Israel, if a man went to inquire of God, he would say, "Come, let us go to the seer," because the prophet of today used to be called a seer. So that means every time we hear the word seer, we can think about the word prophet. It's telling us that it's a prophet. It's somebody who shares God's message. "Good," Saul said to his servant. "Come, let's go." So they set out for the town where the man of God was. As they were going up the hill to the town, they met some girls coming out to draw water, and they asked them, "Is the seer here?" "He is," they answered. "He's ahead of you. Hurry now, he has just come to our town today, for the people have a sacrifice at the high place. As soon as you enter the town, you will find him before he goes up to the high place to eat. The people will not begin eating until he comes, because he must bless the sacrifice. Afterward, those who are invited will eat. Go up now, you should find him about this time." They went up to the town, and as they were entering it, there was Samuel, coming toward them on his way up to the high place. Now the day before Saul came, the Lord had revealed this to Samuel. About this time tomorrow I will send you a man from the land of Benjamin. Anoint him leader over my people Israel. He will deliver my people from the hand of the Philistines. I have looked upon my people, for their cry has reached me." When Samuel caught sight of Saul, the Lord said to him, "This is the man I spoke to you about. He will govern my people." Saul approached Samuel in the gateway and asked, "Would you please tell me where the seer's house is?" "I am the seer," Samuel replied. "Go up ahead of me to the high place, for today you are to eat with me, and in the morning I will let you go and will tell you all that is in your heart. As for the donkeys you lost 3 days ago, do not worry about them. They have been found. And to whom is all the desire of Israel turned, if not to you and all your father's family?" Saul answered, "But am I not a Benjamite from the smallest tribe of Israel, and is not my clan the least of all the clans of the tribe of Benjamin? Why do you say such a thing to me?" So Samuel was saying that Saul's family was special and all of Israel was going to be happy to have them, but Saul didn't understand why. He's like, "We're not really special. How can you say we're special, Samuel? We're not that great." Then Samuel brought Saul and his servant into the hall and seated them at the head of those who were invited, about 30 in number. Samuel said to the cook, "Bring the piece of meat I gave you and the one I told you to lay aside." So the cook took up the leg with what was on it and set it in front of Saul. Samuel said, "Here is what has been kept for you. Eat, because it was set aside for you for this occasion, from the time I said, 'I have invited guests.'" And Saul dined with Samuel that day. After they came down from the high place to the town, Samuel talked with Saul on the roof of his house. They rose about daybreak, and Samuel called to Saul on the roof, "Get ready, and I will send you on your way." When Saul got ready, he and Samuel went outside together. As they were going down to the edge of the town, Samuel said to Saul, "Tell the servant to go on ahead of us." And the servant did so. "But you stay here a while, so that I may give you a message from God." Then Samuel took a flask of oil, so a little container with oil in it, and poured it on Saul's head and kissed him, saying, "Has not the Lord anointed you leader over his inheritance?" So in that reading, we hear that because God told him to, Samuel made Saul the first king of Israel. That was a long reading. Thanks for sticking through it all. We had some really neat Bible history in that one. I thought of a song to sing to end our Jesus time today. We were talking about blessed are those who hear the word of God and obey it. And that made me think of a song about the Bible. It's the one where you get to spell it out, the Bible. Yes, that's the book for me. I stand alone on the word of God, the Bible. And I thought we could try to sign the letters for Bible. The Bible. So let's put the sign language with those words and we'll start singing. The Bible. Yes, that's the book for me. I stand alone on the word of God, the Bible. And I'll include a video for this one too, so you can sing along and learn that song even more with a video along with our sign language. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.